A Kamishibai, what is it? Rebecca and James are looking at the Kiwanis flyer. Did you see what this flyer says? Yes, it's rather original. What does Kamishibai mean? And what are those funny signs? I have no idea. I really would like to know what this is all about. Yeah, why don't we go and find out? We meet online at noon. Rebecca and James long gone to the Kiwanis side and, wow, there are many people here. Do they all know or do they want to find out like us? Who is that lady there next to the wooden thing? Calm down and zip up. Listen. Hello. Welcome to the Kiwanis International of Monterey's meeting celebrating their 96th birthday. Thank you for being here so numerous. I am Christine Finker, your storyteller. I am presenting you today the Kamishibai. Do you know what is a Kamishibai? Is she joking? She must be kidding, no? Be quiet and listen. The Kamishibai is born in Japan in the 1920s. At that time, television didn't exist, nor internet, as you can imagine. Kami, the first character or ideogram, means paper. Shibai, the second and third characters or ideograms, mean theater. Kamishibai is a paper theater. It is sometimes called this. The Kamishibai is made of pictures, drawings, illustration like these. You make them slide on this little wooden theater, often called a puppet theater, or puppet booth, because it reminds us of puppet theater. Behind each picture, the text is written for the storyteller to read the story as he or she slides the pictures. Wow, this story is fantastic, don't you think so? Wait, it isn't finished yet. I like these drawings. What did she call them? Ideograms. The Kamishibai has many ancestors. First, the Buddhist monks in the 9th century wrote makimono, rolls of cloth or rolls of paper that they would glue or slide in the little wooden theater. They used them to tell religious tales or moral tales. The majority of the people at that time didn't know how to read or write. Then came the Chinese shadow plays and the illustrated tales called toki. In the 11th century, the court lady called Murasaki Shikibu wrote the first illustrated novel, The Tale of Genji. Fabulous! Everyone draws and tells stories. It is brilliant. Don't you think so? Long live creativity! Another ancestor of the Kamishibai is the Kabuki theater, where the court ladies in the Shogun era, under the chiefs of the Japanese state at the time, told stories or fables. And finally, we find the engraving ukiyo-e, well known because of the famous Japanese painter from the 18th and 19th century, Hokusai. Hokusai created the word so much into fashion today, manga. Manga means drawing at the whim, often a caricature, a mocking rough draft. Cool, I understand now why I love mangas. How beautiful it is. It is so splendid. In 1930-31, Ichiro Suzuki, 25 years old, and Takeo Nagamatsu, 16 years old, wrote and illustrated the first Kamishibai for children. Takeo will become one of the mangas and animation film expert. Ichiro: hey, how about creating a story for children? I write the storyboard and you do the drawing. What do you think? Takeo: yeah, why not? What do you have in mind? A sapphire? Ichiro: I think about a golden bat. Takeo: what? A golden bat? Why not? Ichiro: okay, I tell you more tomorrow. Come back with a super drawing. Takeo: right on. See you tomorrow. Ichiro: wow, what an amazing drawing. But why a skeleton face? Takeo. Because it has all the power of our ancestors and can win all the time. It has a superpower and scares people that are unsettled and have something to feel guilty about. Ichiro. Great. That's exactly what I had in mind. A bat that would bring justice and would combat the villains and the crooks. We are going to call it Ogan Bato, from the English bat, and Ogan meaning golden from the Japanese. You surely recognize here many of our bookish or film heroes. Oh yes, she's right. It's exactly that. Batman, Spider-Man, etc. Ichiro and Takeo will publish lots of stories and tales for children, like the Chon-chan, who are Japanese little Johnny, or Dennis the Menaces, who do silly things all the time. They will create science fiction stories inspired by French writer Jules Verne, and as the tradition wants it, there will be tales for girls and tales for boys. They look very funny, these guys. Yes, I really like their chubby faces. The Kamishibai storyteller is called the Kamishibai Ya. He prepares his drawing, knows his stories, stuffs boxes with candies and sweets, and ties them to his bike. He rides his bike and finds a street corner, kaito, a park, or a square where children will come. He knocks his yoshigyu, the wooden stick. That's the way he calls up the children. Hello there. How are you, young lad? Very well. You have your coin. Here is your sweet, and go find a place to sit over there. Good afternoon, sir. Are you going to tell us the Ogambato story today? Ah, here you are. Of course I will. I'll have a look and see if I didn't forget it at home. Here is for you. All the children sit down, listen, fascinated, excited, and almost hypnotized by the story and the Kamishibai Ya's voice. He usually tells 3 stories: a traditional tale, a history page, and an adventure. There were more than 20,000 storytellers in Tokyo and 3 million in Japan between 1930 and 1957, the golden age of Kamishibai. It is an excellent way for the storyteller to earn some money and have a job. What are those rabbits? Asked James. I don't know. It seems they are at war. You surely like that. You always play war video games. They are rather funny though. The Kamishibai is used as political and economical propaganda as well. Here the rabbit warrior come to save the country. Because certain political regimes don't appreciate the popularity of the Kamishibai, they control them, censor them, and make them disappear. Soon clandestine markets appear. During wartime, the Kamishibai is an easy object to carry in the air raid shelter. They bring entertainment with the adventure and the suspense stories, and this way children and adults forget a bit about the bombings. One day though, the electrical Kamishibai, Denshi Kamishibai, appears. It is a television and it overthrows our little wooden theater. Cities becoming noisier push the Kamishibai away as well. Children desert streets and parks. The Kamishibai Ya must find another job. The majority of them find it in the cinema industry or in the manga publishing houses. Oh, what a terrible story! That cannot stop here. Of course not, silly boy. Don't you see that we are watching one Kamishibai? So they rescued it. It is a super disadventure. Don't worry, the Kamishibai has been rescued. The Japanese Ministry of Education got it out and brings it to life again. Kamishibai is a fantastic pedagogical tool. It is used in class to learn language, culture, civilization, oral and written techniques, recitation, handcrafts, history, geography, math, etc. With this little wooden theater, children listen more, concentrate more, and immerse themselves in the story told. At the same time, a Kamishibai school was founded in Osaka and trained storytellers of Kamishibai. It is still in operation today. Maybe we should go to Japan and attend that school. Do you fancy that? I am sure it exists as well here, no? Well, yes. The Kamishibai has been exported and very well indeed, and the demand is growing and growing. It arrived in Europe, in France in 1965. Then we find it in Italy, in England, in Spain, in the USA, in Switzerland, in the Netherlands, in Germany, in Australia, and in Peru. You see, there are some in the US. Yes, of course, where do you think we are right now? Today, it is very easy to use a Kamishibai at home, at school, at the library, at work. Even companies use it to train their employees. You all know its electronic version called PowerPoint, Keynotes, etc. The Kamishibai opens the minds and horizons. It makes us learn and create happily our presentation. It develops research, language, drawing, handcraft, theater world, social group work, and many other subjects. This Kamishibai is absolutely amazing. We can do everything we want. We can create anything that comes to our mind. We draw, we write, and we show. Fabulous. Yeah, it is incredibly great. And it is not finished. I can't wait to hear the other stories. My head is full of ideas. This evening, we get together with our friends and create something. We can then speak to the English teacher or the Spanish teacher and do something fantastic. We could even do a bilingual story. And you, would you like to create a Kamishibai as well as Rebecca and James?